welcome to Glowing Hour. We're your hosts, Sam and Mel.
Hi.
I did have to practice that a second ago, but we're here with our special guest once again. Mel and I are having a June shine.
Do you know what flavor it is?
It's a margarita one, unfortunately, but I don't know which.
I thought we were just having like a regular June shine.
No, we're not. But that's why we split it. That's why we split it.
You said surprise.
We split it. It's okay. And there's ice. It's going to water down.
Yeah.
And Krystal, you're having a Topo Chico, also margarita. I don't know what happened, but...
What is your typical, like, choice of drink?
Mm-hmm.
I drink the Vizzies.
Yeah, why do you like those so much? It's like we had them at Danny's Bachelorette, and you never stopped since.
I feel like they have more flavor.
Oh.
It's like they actually taste like the flavor they're supposed to be.
And not like
versus
sugar.
like the stupid Trulies where they're like a hint of...
It's like carbonated water and a hint of
A
it.
hint of it. So it's like, and I think with like Trulies and everything else, once it gets warm, or like it's not cold, it's just the carbonation.
I see.
I don't taste the flavor.
I got it.
And the margarita Topo Chicos just are so strong.
Oh, they're strong.
I'm a lightweight. I'm a little baby.
Yeah, you are.
I'm a
You
little
actually
baby.
drink beer, though.
I used to drink
More-
beer.
Oh, not anymore.
That's not my go-to anymore.
Gotcha.
Now it's some kind of seltzer. Because a lot of places don't have Vizzies.
Yeah,
Like,
no, that's not a common one.
It's not a common one.
Yeah.
So I'll drink beer if I have to.
But you used to enjoy it.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay.
that was my go-to, was 805. Love 805.
Strong girls.
Yeah.
Yeah, wait.
But that's why it's like you drink one or two and
You're done.
Oh,
I'm
really?
I'm gravy. Don't need more.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying this June shine.
I thought it tasted weird.
The margarita,
sense. Yeah.
yeah. It's not bad, actually, with some ice in it.
No, this is delicious.
Yeah.
It's not that bad.
It makes all the difference, putting it in a cute little cup,
Yeah.
adding some ice. Anywho, if you guys did not listen to our first main segment episode with Krystal, we chatted a little bit about her life, a little bit about our relationship, and yeah, I think now we're just going to talk about more of the, like, current going-ons.
Mm.
So you mentioned you're married.
I am married.
Which I did talk about your wedding on this podcast,
Yeah.
for sure. Because
Yeah,
I was like, I'm tired of weddings. I don't want to do bachelorette parties ever again in my life. Don't ask me, don't talk to me. It's exhausting.
Yes.
And I was reminded because of your wedding. Thank you.
You're welcome. I will have to say, it would not have gone as smoothly if I didn't have Sam.
Aww.
Because
Worth it.
You're lucky.
I am not a planner.
Nope.
You're not organized. Could not do anything.
Yeah, there's
And-
lots of things that you were like,
Yeah.
Okay.
Sam was on my ass.
I was.
And I'm glad. Because literally the day of, no concern.
That's amazing.
I woke up in the morning. I felt great. I wasn't worried. I wasn't stressed about anything.
I was saying
So
neither was
great.
I.
That's so great.
I mean, other than the speech, I was nervous about giving a speech.
I feel like
but-
it was an equally, like, lucky situation because she planned for you, but then
Yeah.
also you're not, like, a bridezilla. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think you would ever be.
Yeah,
No.
you
So
were
it's
like,
also...
I think that's,
yeah,
very
yeah.
chill.
nice.
Yeah,
You're
I
right.
was not very, like, I have to have this.
No.
It was very much like,
I'm trying to think, was there anything?
maybe there was a couple things where I was like, nope.
I mean, it's your
I
wedding
want
day. I'm
that.
not saying you shouldn't. I'm
Yeah,
just
but
trying to
it
think,
wasn't-
was
I
there?
don't think there was anything.
You wanted a jacuzzi in the Airbnb.
Oh,
Did you get
well,
that?
I mean, like,
She did.
I did.
She did.
There was stuff like that where it was like, oh, like, I want that. But it wasn't like,
Oh, I want that.
it wasn't like, Sam, if you don't find an Airbnb with a damn jacuzzi,
Yeah, no.
we're not going. Like, I
Yeah.
wasn't.
Yeah.
I agree. You were not
Bridezilla.
egregious with your requests.
Period.
Anyway, though, so you're married now.
Yeah, it will be
How does
2
that
years.
feel?
Wow. That flew by.
It did. It
God.
really did. Yeah, so 2 years in March. It flew by. I think because our first year we did so much.
Like what? For the people.
Just like our personal life, like moving and then figuring out what we wanted to do with our lives. And I feel like we just, because Katie got married, so my best friend got married.
Yeah.
So then it was me helping her plan her wedding.
Mm.
So then it was just
Thrust into the weddings.
Yeah, and then I got thrust into it. So it was the bridal showers, the bachelorette party, and everything. So it was like, it kind of kicked me in the ass.
Yeah.
So then I kind of felt it.
I told you.
And I was stressed. Letty,
Yeah.
but that was stressful.
Yeah.
So I think we were just really busy,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know. I mean, we enjoyed our first year.
Yeah.
Like, it was, there was no bad times, but I think it was just, it wasn't ever me and him enjoying it because we had so many things to do.
Mm-hmm.
Very go, go, go.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
were constantly, like, moving.
Yeah.
So it was hard to, like,
Soak it in.
soak in the...
Do you feel like you're soaking it in this year? The
A
second
little
year?
bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think now that we're so far away...
Like, slow down the pace. and,
Yeah,
like,
it's definitely been like, hey, it's you and me now. Like, we
Yeah.
gotta figure stuff out. We don't have our parents to help us anymore. Like, we gotta figure stuff out on our own.
Yeah. So for context, for people who don't live in California, we live like LA, and then you move to Lone Pine, which is 4 hours away.
4-hour drive.
It's like northern east, right? Or is it just north?
I don't know. Good type.
Geographically.
I was like,
I don't even know.
We're all
what-
challenged.
I don't even
yeah,
know where the south is.
northeastern sounds right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Near
I'm geographically
We're
like...
like by the mountains.
what's that mountain? What's the one that everyone climbs up there? It's a tourist attraction.
Not many.
There it is. Whitney.
We're there.
So what is that? I feel like small town living, not something we grew up around. Either any of us in this room grew up around or with.
How's that, like,
Adjustment
going?
period.
How's
That's-
that transition?
It's very interesting because where we live, we're not in town.
Yeah.
So we're outside of the main town. So
Which the main town is small anyway.
It is
Yeah.
small.
It's
like,
a 3 cafe,
Yeah.
1 grocery
I
store.
drove through it.
Yeah.
How long did it take? 3 stoplights?
She was
Yeah.
small.
It is a 1 stoplight town.
Yeah.
So it is very interesting. It's very quiet because we're in the middle of the mountains.
Mm-hmm.
So there's not, like, there's a house next to us on either side, but there's no one in front of us. There's no one behind us. So all we hear is, like, nature.
It's so nice.
It's nice, but it's also terrifying because
Right.
all you hear is
Silence.
coyotes. Like, I hear coyotes, like, all night.
Mm.
And that's, like, they sound like they're really close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, they're like 300 miles away. Like, they're far.
Oh.
Like, they're nowhere
Well, that's
near.
nice.
Like, if I go out to my front yard,
They're not out there.
they're not there. But they sound like they're there.
Interesting.
There's
because of
that
the echoes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's that, like, spooky thing that, like, I don't know if you believe in the S-walkers, but...
Do you know what that is?
No.
Skinwalkers.
There's-
Skinwalkers? That's what I thought, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't say it, though. It's like Voldemort. They say that, like, they'll make noises like coyotes, so, like, if they sound close
Girl, you're
but
gonna
are
scare
far,
her.
that's fine. But if they sound far, that means they're close.
Oh, super duper.
Oh.
Spooky.
Anyway, I don't
So they
think
want you
that's
to
how
come
I know
out because you think you're safe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think you're safe.
Interesting.
I'm gonna get ya.
Yeah, no. Dallas would be like, let's go outside. I'm like, it's dark.
I'm not going out there.
Not going out there.
Snakes, nature.
There's things out there that I
bugs.
cannot see.
Yeah.
I don't want
See,
to.
clearly a city girl.
Yeah, 100% don't want to.
Do you like the slower pace, though, of, like, it being out there and, like,
Yeah.
just being nature? I feel like that's a good change.
Yeah, and it's actually, like, super, like, weirdly relaxing.
Mm-hmm.
Because you think, like, you're used to hearing constant noise. And then when you move to somewhere where there it's just quiet, it's actually quiet. I mean, at first I was like, nope,
jarring.
I need noise.
Give me
Yeah.
noise.
But now it's like, it's weird when I hear, like, a car. I'm like, what the fuck is that? Like, there's a car?
Interesting.
Or, like, just weird, you
Yeah.
know, noises that you're used to. It's fun.
Well, you guys have been there 4 months?
So we moved out there Labor Day weekend. So September,
Oh,
October, November.
After the...
So we're about 4 months in.
yeah.
Yeah.
So still adjusting for
Period,
sure.
yeah.
Oh, yeah. Like, it's still, like, the getting your schedule down. Because it's, like, where we are, it's a 15-minute drive to get into town.
Mm-hmm.
So it's still, like, it's not, like, a quick, like,
Grocery
Gotta go
store.
Yeah.
whatever.
yeah. And, like, the drive into town, you lose service.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, I gotta hurry up and get down the mountain so I can have service again.
Kind of scary.
It is because
Like if you're alone and you needed something, and
yeah, like,
I don't know.
would be screwed. I would have to walk to go get service.
That scares me.
You
Don't
know.
don't
You
go
know,
anywhere
it's-
alone at night.
It's so insane that we're like, oh my god, that's so scary. And, like, there's so many fucking people who live,
That's
like...
like normal.
yeah. So dumb.
But it's just like there's safety in numbers.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true.
Sometimes
Yeah.
the opposite though.
Yeah.
Very much so.
Anywho, well, that's exciting. I'm sad that you're gone, but I feel like it's a good transition for you to like set a new routine for yourself and see what you actually like doing.
Yeah, it's definitely made us grow up, like, a lot.
Really? Crash course.
Yeah, we kind of have to, like,
Crash course.
figure stuff out.
Yeah.
And the house we're in is an older house, so it's like, things are breaking. And it's like,
We gotta fix them.
Dallas has become a very good handyman.
Yeah, someone has to do it.
So that's been fun. I don't know.
Oh, I have a question for you.
Mhm.
I feel like I'm not even gonna preface it. I'll talk about it after. I do this a lot. Do you feel like being married, like the act of it, like changed anything for you in the relationship? Like being married versus just being together. Like, was there a huge difference? Is there a huge difference, I should say?
For us, no.
Okay.
I don't think so. I think some people, yes, I think there is a difference. But I think it does help that we lived together for a couple of years. So we already had those, not boundaries, but those, like, expectations of each other were kind of already set. Like, it wasn't like we got married and Dallas was like, okay,
Here's
now,
our first kiss.
Yeah, like, now, or not even...
Now you're shaming them.
No tea or shade. I'm just saying that's a big adjustment.
New TikTok trend. It's like we listen and we
don't judge.
Yeah.
No, but there was this girl that I saw where she literally isn't kissing her husband until they get married.
That's wild.
And she's like,
Why?
yeah, I just...
What if he uses too much tongue?
Literally just so much like a girl.
There's
What
so
if he
much
just,
there.
like,
So much
this
like
is
a
like a bird. Just...
But also they've been
That
dating.
sounds like Mickey Mouse.
They've been dating for years. Like 2 to 4 years they've been
What do they
dating,
do?
no kiss.
What do they hold hands?
They just probably like
What are they,
elbow
like,
each other. I don't
middle
fucking know. They side hugs, no kissing.
Like, I understand, like,
Wow, the
not
constraint,
having... That's
yeah.
very, like, strict. Like, I understand, like, some people are like, I'm not gonna have sex
Some-
before marriage.
Yeah.
Some
But
people
kissing?
were so horrible in the comments. They're like, babe, who's gonna tell her like, that he's gay?
Honestly.
I mean, if he's okay
Tea.
with, like, 2 or 4 years of not kissing
It's
her...
a lot. I'm like, how...
I feel like he might be kissing someone else.
Yeah.
Listen, we don't know.
Unfortunately.
Maybe they are good, like,
I don't know.
in
That's
that way.
crazy.
But anyway, continue. That was sad tangent.
Yeah.
Mm.
So not much. You don't feel. I feel like that's a good point, and I don't know. It's because I was gonna say the preface that I was gonna bring up is like I feel like I brought it up to like my therapist once, and I've brought it up to other people who have been married, and it's always like there's a difference, there's a change, but I can't even tell you what it is. Like it's
Yeah,
just
like,
different, and I'm
It's
like
not, yeah, it's
what-
not... It's not
Tangible.
anything noticeable. Where
Yeah.
you're like, oh, now we're married.
yeah.
Like, no, I'm still on his ass about doing things.
Period.
I mean, I was telling Sam earlier, like, I have to ask him, like, 4 times. Like, but I think that's just a relationship.
Yeah.
Like, it's not, like, because he's my husband now, all of a sudden...
I expect more.
Yeah, and
I've been expecting husband treatment this
Yeah.
whole time.
Again, girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's not, like, you know,
Yeah.
nothing is...
Is it like maybe
Yeah,
like
the feeling.
future building? Like,
Like the
okay,
feeling
now we are like committed. Like you
Yeah.
are my life partner.
Yeah.
We made this big commitment.
Well, yeah, now, like, our conversations have changed.
Got
Versus,
it.
hey, we want to plan to go on vacation or
Yeah.
something. Now it's, hey, we need to save up so we can buy a house. Now we need to save up so we can afford to have a baby if and when we do.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's more of the bigger picture items are more prevalent.
Got it.
Because now it's not just you that wants that.
Mm.
Now you have to help whoever you're with
Like get their goals.
get their goals there as well.
Yeah.
Like with right now, our biggest gripe is my husband's truck. I hate that truck. Because I hate it.
Noise.
It's-
Stop.
It drives me nuts. But that's what he wants. That's what he loves. That's his dream, is to get that truck up and running.
Yeah.
So now it's like, okay, whatever we gotta do to get that going.
But at the same time,
But
it
at the
is
same
your
time-
joint goal to have a house.
Yes.
So he has to also put his own personal.
Yeah, and in
There's
that,
a little
yeah,
side.
Yeah. And that's the compromise of marriage.
it's a compromise of marriage.
That's so interesting because then I think about like my relationship and I'm like, we're already doing those things.
Yeah.
So it's
Mhm.
like, I don't know if there would be a huge difference. But it's interesting to hear that because I feel like everyone has a different perspective on like what marriage feels like.
I feel like it's individual to who,
It
like
is.
everyone's feelings about what
What-
marriage means.
Right.
I guess.
Yeah.
Because if you're like indifferent, it's like,
Yeah. And to like Crystal's point, it's like, it also could be just like about what the relationship was like before and what they moved into.
yeah, yeah.
Right. Because like if somebody didn't live together before getting married, that's crazy
Yeah.
to me,
I
but
don't
it
understand
happens.
Yeah, I don't understand that.
I don't know. That's crazy.
It's a no for me.
No
Not
for me,
living
dog.
together before
I think
marriage.
but I think like moving together, I feel like you learn a lot
Yeah.
about each other.
Yeah.
And it's wild that people are like, oh yeah, like we don't live together and we're getting married. I'm like, I don't like that.
It's just like, what? I mean, if nothing changes when you get married, I guess you're not really throwing yourselves into like a huge world of difference if what they say is right.
Mhm.
But I just would rather personally get it done separately.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I don't want us to be like, we're supposed to be happy and getting married, but I'm annoyed at you because you don't know how to do dishes
Totally.
or something.
Exactly.
You know, like, I want to live in the bliss.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, because I feel like you said that you don't feel like much has changed
Mhm.
in that, though. Like, I feel like you still probably had things that you discovered about now being married. Like, what is, like, the biggest lesson you learned in the first year of marriage? Or I guess first two you can talk about up to now, I guess.
I feel like we felt like we were married, like before we actually were married, because we spent so much time together already.
Yeah.
And I feel like now, because we have moved and we're a little more isolated, that now I feel like we're picking up more of each other's like quirks.
Mm.
Especially with me, I've noticed that because I have so much downtime up there, I clean a lot,
Good for you.
and it drives Dallas nuts.
Why does it? That should
Because
be a good thing.
because he's like, I just want you to relax. Like, you're always.
You
like,
said, but there's a mess.
Yeah, yeah. And I'm like, no, I just need to clean it really quick. Like, I just need to clean it really
Yeah,
quick.
it gives you peace of mind to relax.
Yeah, and then I can relax.
Yeah.
And whereas back at the apartment, I think because it wasn't our place, that I didn't feel like I needed to clean everything.
I see.
Mm.
Whereas now that this is our home,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's just like, I don't want people to come, like, I'm weird. Like, I don't want people to come over and being like, oh,
Yeah.
your house is
You have a little
dirty.
more
Yeah, like I have
attachment to
Yeah,
it.
and I have like more pride in the house where it's like I want people to come over and being like, wow, look at her taking care of
The hosting part of you
yeah,
is really
the hosting
settling in.
has come out, especially with the holidays. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Like people are over all the time.
Mm.
And for people who obviously don't know, I live with my husband's grandmother. So we're living in her house.
Mhm.
So it's all I still want her to not think that like we're taking advantage.
Yeah.
And so I want her to feel comfortable in her home.
Valued.
And, you know, make sure that we know that we truly appreciate letting her letting us live with her.
yeah.
Right.
And the house is just older, so it's like, there's some stuff where, obviously, she's not going to clean every single room.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's a giant house. And she's
Yeah.
a cute little lady.
And she's a cute little
She's a
lady.
cute little lady, and she can't. So
Yeah.
it's just,
Yeah.
there's some stuff where I'm like, I should probably clean that.
Yeah. Have you gotten into like the deep cleaning, like the washing machine?
Oh,
and, like
God.
Yes,
that
well, then
shit's
I cleaned-
crazy.
I
love
cleaned
that
your washing
stuff.
machine?
Not the washing machine, but I cleaned the oven.
That goes crazy.
Because it hadn't
Foul.
been cleaned. Like, she
Probably
told me,
years.
she's like, I haven't cleaned
People-
that in
Maybe
years.
a decade.
It's crazy.
And
But-
I remember I did it, and I was like, I'm never doing that again. Like,
Yeah.
that was awful.
It's like when Dad gets mad at us for like not washing our cars. He'd be like, "Well, if you washed it every like 2 weeks, then
Yeah,
you
it
wouldn't-
wouldn't
or
be so
every
bad."
week, it wouldn't be so bad.
Yeah.
It'd be so much faster if you did it every week." I was
Yeah.
like,
And you're like, or, you could just wait.
"I could just like
Or
wait till
just
it's
wait.
fucking filthy."
Yeah.
Do it at once.
Me
Wait
as
for
fuck.
you to- yeah. And hope that you'll do it one day.
He doesn't do that anymore. Maybe sometimes, but not really. Anyway, well, speaking of our family, what do you feel like is like the biggest difference in our relationship? Because we did talk about that a little bit in the main segment.
Yeah.
Like, what do you think the biggest difference in our relationship is? Maybe not compared to like the worst of it, the worst parts of our relationship, but just like, because even as kids, you were like obsessed with me from what I know.
Oh, sure.
That's what they tell me. They're like, you were born to be a
Everyone's
mother.
obsessed with
Everyone's
her,
obsessed with me. I
you
don't know if you
know.
guys ever heard.
Yes,
Right.
But there's videos of you like hyping me up. You were like my little first hype woman, and you just loved me and took care of me or whatever.
I did.
And so then, you know, we had our little distance, and now, like, what do you feel like is the biggest difference you've seen, like, from us being kids?
To, like, now? I feel like you have your own group of hype people. Like, yeah, like, it's cool, like, I'll hype you up whenever you fucking want. Like,
Yeah.
Mel, you could call me and I'll hype you up.
Period.
She's a hype woman
You
through
know
and
what?
through.
I am.
I just
I don't even know
might-
what's
You
happening
said
in your-
hi. What do you
I don't
think?
even know what's happening in your life, but I will hype you up and tell you doing a great fucking job. Get it, girl.
Thank you.
Get it, girl.
But I think now it's more of, I feel like I'm kind of like just waiting to see what you're doing. Just kind of waiting to see what your life is. Because I feel like you're still trying to figure it out.
Yes, definitely.
And I think that...
Most definitely.
Yes. Yeah. And you're at that age where it's okay. You can still figure it out. Fuck, you can figure it out at 50 years old what you want to do with your life.
It's true. You could always change your
Like,
mind.
there's no time frame. And I think right now it's just... Let me do your thing.
Let me do my thing.
And when you want to do... You want to call me, you call me. And I'm excited when you call me. I think it's great. Because of our past relationship.
The one time I called her before she moved. Do you remember?
Yes.
No, right when you moved.
Right when I moved.
I was leaving one of Wyatt's soccer games.
Yeah.
And I called her, and she didn't answer. Number one. Actually, I'm going to get it right.
I didn't answer.
I called her. She didn't answer. I was crying, and I was like, okay, cool. She didn't answer. So then I was like, all right, I'm just going to keep driving home. And then she calls me back. She goes, what? I was like, well...
You said I had a moment for us.
I had a moment, and I was crying, but I'm not crying anymore. But anyways, I just realized you're not going to be at White soccer games anymore. And you're like, oh, Sam.
Yeah, and then I started crying, and then she told me, suck it up, buttercup.
Yeah.
It's too late. I already cried. You're over here too late.
She said, I already had my moment.
Yeah, and I said, okay.
I said, it's over, so it's over for you too.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
We have come a long way. We really have. Like I said in my wedding, or your wedding speech, not my wedding speech, your wedding speech, that I didn't think I was going to be your maid of honor. Honestly, I really wouldn't have thought of that as a little sister anyway,
events,
but
though.
yeah.
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 Like 20-year-old me would have been like, well, number one, I would have thought it was that guy. I thought it was Voldemort's wedding with you. That's what I would have thought at the time.
God.
And I would have been like, girl, I ain't going.
Yeah.
I'm not even coming.
Yeah,
I ain't even coming to that
I don't think
wedding.
Mom and Dad would even have offered to help me. They'd be like, go ahead, girl, go to Vegas.
Oh,
Go to the little chapel.
go elope, babe.
That is
I
so
wonder what would have
funny.
happened had you gone that far.
That's
I
crazy.
don't know.
That far in the plot.
When we got engaged.
Yeah. Who?
Or before,
Oh, I was like, wait.
No.
I was like, wait a
Not
minute.
Voldemort. Oh, me and Dallas got engaged.
I said we didn't know that.
No.
I was like, oh, the Laura's coming out. She had a Topo Chico margarita.
Mom joked with us and was like, you guys can't go to Vegas, like, before the wedding. And I was like, why? She's like, because you guys would go get hit. You guys go get hitched in Vegas, and then it just would ruin the wedding. And I'm like...
Would it really ruin it? It'd be funny.
I was like, okay. I was like, well, good
Still be
thing
a
I
wedding.
don't like Vegas, so...
Oh, you don't?
No.
Hmm.
I'm not a night person.
Just kidding.
I mean, I love Vegas now, but I have history with her.
I'm just not a night person. I'm like a good afternoon
You're
person.
very much a grandma.
Yes.
Yeah.
Lone Pine's making sad.
Yeah. Yeah.
It gets dark at 5, and I go night-night.
Period.
Like, I'm just...
Put on a little
I
show.
can't. I've never been a late night.
I think your
person.
goal, I still think this should be to climb whatever that mountain is. Mount Whitney.
Fuck no.
I mean, I don't know what, it
Highly.
sounds hard. People travel, like, it's a thing. But, like, maybe just, like, I'll do it with you. Like, we'll just try it. I think your goal should be to try it.
You guys
That's
can't
the goal.
just try it. You need to, like, train for it,
It's
you
like
psycho.
she's telling me, like, go try walking up that mountain.
Well, I'm just saying, there's...
You said let's put our little hiking shoes on, and let's just, like, go
Can you
for
take
it.
pics of me from behind as I walk up?
Can we take pictures and pretend like I did it, and then we'll just call it a day?
Fine. But I think there should be something, some sort of fun little goal while you're out there. It doesn't have to be related to, like, anything there. But just, like you want to get the walking desk.
I do. I wanna
That's
go
exciting. I don't... We're old, but that's exciting.
Right, I was like,
A walking
we're
desk
excited.
is exciting.
Okay.
Or, like, to pull out your KitchenAid. She has a KitchenAid mixer. Doesn't use it.
Grandma has
Make
one
a
too.
cookie. Thank you. Make some cookies. I have plenty of recipes on my blog that you can use.
Oh, okay, Sam. I feel like these are a lot of your goals.
Okay, well,
That
I'm
you
just trying to
want.
make up goals. I'm just trying to make up goals. What
Should
is one?
inspire.
Do you have one?
Not right now.
You're not.
I'm still trying to figure stuff out. Like, we're still trying to figure out our life in Lone Pine. Right now, we're still trying to get in that schedule. Because we do have to come down so often.
You're just so chill. I'm so type A.
I'm
I
saying,
know.
so what are we doing in the next?
Yeah, I know. Sam, like, wants me to, like...
I'm like, what's the plan?
Yeah, she said, what are you doing next week? Are we doing this? Are we doing this? And I'm like, bitch, I don't know.
She's like,
I'm
by
trying-
the end of next year, where do you want to be?
This is an interview.
I will call you on December 1st and ask if you're close.
I'm excited to see what you do out there.
Are kids on the table?
Yes.
They're on
Yeah.
the table.
Yeah.
On
I
the
had to
table.
think about it really fast. I was
You
like,
said, are they
are
on the
kids
table?
on the table? Like, I thought you meant, like, physically on
Right,
the
right,
table.
right. No.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Are
definitely.
you hoping for that to be, like, the next couple of years?
I'm hoping, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm hoping, like, we've been trying,
Yeah.
which is so awkward to say.
It's
Why is it
always funny
awkward?
because it's like, because you're doing the deed.
Yeah, you're, like, literally telling people that, sorry, Mom, you're having unprotected sex with your husband.
Oh my god.
But, I mean, that's
God
literally what you're
forbid.
telling them. Like, that's
Yeah,
literally...
no, I get it. It's a little awkward.
It's awkward.
Yeah.
I mean, people, like, think about it, and you're like, oh, that's so sweet. I'm like,
I think people don't take it that far. They're just like,
No.
a baby could be there.
Right.
yeah, you're practicing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
so...
practicing.
That got crazy.
Practicing.
Okay, so
moving
the
on.
practice is practicing.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool.
Everyone's uncomfortable now.
Yeah.
Thanks for asking the
And
question,
see,
Bob.
this is what happens when you ask.
I was just saying
She was
where
just
we're at.
curious.
Oh,
The
okay,
type
cool.
A is coming out.
Yeah.
Right.
We definitely want kids. We've talked about that from day one. We definitely want kids.
When is kind of like
Yeah,
Loose.
it's hard.
it's loose.
It is, and it's hard. It's honestly hard to plan.
Yeah.
It's not like I could be like, okay, on this date, I'm gonna get pregnant, and then we're
Yeah,
gonna
all
go
you
for
have is like
sure.
ovulation tests
yeah, like
and
there's
all
all
those
kinds of
things.
stuff you can do, and it's just like, I'm not type A. So.
When it'll come, it'll come.
You said
But it
I am
happens.
going by
But
the
it's
seat of my
like,
pants.
it's so funny because it's like, now it's like, oh, well, I'm supposed to get my period this week. We're gonna wait and see.
Oh my
Right.
god.
And then it's like, oh, I got my period.
Right.
So then it's like, it's a little, like, disheartening because you're like, aw.
So instead of it being like, yes, relief, it's like,
That's a crazy transition.
Right? Yeah.
that's a transition right there.
That's a life
Yeah.
change for sure. Well, that's awesome.
A
Though.
lot has changed.
Yeah.
From both episodes to even now.
Mhm.
I cannot wrap my head around the fact that this worked
Is a
out. Like that there was years that
She's
our
sitting
family,
right there.
I know, there was years that our family was like, they're gonna figure it out. Like, they just have
I know,
to.
I feel bad for mom and dad. That they had to, like, see us go through all of that. Because, like, I'm sure it hurt them.
For
to
sure.
see
Smack
that we
us,
were...
probably.
Eddie was probably like, whatever. Like,
My mom.
probably had no idea.
say that to her?
That's my favorite thing I've ever heard.
She was so much mom.
Nobody even likes him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Period.
I mean, I was being real. I was like, and nobody likes him, but we love you. I should have said that at the end, but
Should have said that, but I didn't.
should have come in with that at the end, but it's okay. Well, do you have anything else to add for the people?
I have a
No.
cute question.
Oh, you have a cute question.
How am I going to pose it, though? What is one thing each of you are excited for the other?
You first.
Fine.
It's your show.
Fine.
It's your show. I mean, I think baby's a big one because that's something you really want. And like I mentioned, from a young age, you were very motherly and were obsessed with me. So, and you love Sienna and Wyatt. So I'm excited to see what it looks like for you to have your own. And
I thought you were going to say, I'm excited to see what it looks like.
I'm excited to see what
like-
Maybe it looks like.
Okay.
I want to see if it's cute or not. And then I'll judge. Just kidding. Also, would be very excited for you to come back home at some point. No press. No press. But it would be nice for you to be back home. Not in this house. Let me just throw it.
Especially if you have a baby.
Yeah, not in this house with a baby. No, but just in Southern California. Thank you very much.
Honestly, just your future. Just what you do. Because I feel like you think you have everything ready and planned.
Oh.
But everything can change.
But you don't.
I
Is
mean,
what you're
anything
saying.
can change. Like, you could decide that you want to go into weddings and do that stuff.
Mm.
And then you decide, wow, this fucking sucks.
Right.
Yeah.
Like,
I
this
mean,
fucking sucks.
I'm doing that kind of.
I think
but
right now
not-
you're doing, I think right now you're doing it because it's something to do.
It's working right now.
It's working.
Yeah.
It's working for you right now.
Yeah.
But I'm excited to see what you decide is your final. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm super excited about it. This is what I want.
Mm.
And there's nothing wrong. Like I said, there's nothing wrong with taking your time. Take your time. Because
all
at
I
the end of
have
the
to
day, you have to be happy with it.
True. Also, how
Tea.
boring when we finally already find out.
What it is.
Yeah, because then
There's
you
such
find out and
mystery
then
right
you're
now.
like, now what? Now I have to do it. What?
Yeah.
Now I'm
Yeah.
Enjoy the
In between.
shenanigans. And what about for me?
I know, I'm like, how can we get how can we involve Mel in this?
Yeah, it's fine.
That's fine.
I'm like, well, you can answer your question about us.
Yeah.
I'm just like literally shocked as much as you are. Like that this
all-
is happening.
Yeah, I
Like as
know.
I said, like I was not there for it all, but like I was there for some of it,
Yeah.
and it was just interesting.
There's a lot of emotions going
Yeah.
through our bodies.
That was a rough time. I know, it's weird to think, like, that was so... And it was a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
It
Like,
was,
that
but it wasn't.
Yeah, like, it doesn't feel like it, but when you look at it, you're like, wow, that was a long time ago.
Yeah.
That was a pretty good...
We're at like 5 years now. Since
Yeah.
like your breakup, or 6 years? Something like that.
Yeah, 6 years, I think. Don't even ask me how long me and Dallas have dated. I couldn't even tell you.
Girl.
I mean, our first... When we were dating, we didn't have an anniversary. Because we...
You guys are so
Made one up.
Yeah, we made one up.
freaking funny.
I feel like that happens a lot with couples.
Like, he never, like, officially asked me to be my girlfriend.
Yeah, I feel like that stops
Like, it just,
after
we
a certain
gradually
age.
just, like, that was it.
So we're committed.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think we made it up.
We're such different people.
And I was like, when were we told?
Yeah. Yeah, like,
Wow.
well, it actually happened to work out, because I think when we picked the wedding date was the day before, or the day after was technically the random date we picked for our anniversary.
Weird.
So it just kind of, like, happened to work out, and I was like, oh.
You know what's some small lore that the people might be
Oh, the
interested
March?
in? Yeah.
Yeah.
So
That's kind of crazy lore.
my sister, my brother, and my parents all got married in March. There's one date available still.
Mm-hmm.
I'm supposed to get married on that date.
Yes, we
It
were
was
decided.
only decided because you got married in March. Like, that was the final. Oh, well, now there's
Did you
3.
do that on purpose?
No, she didn't.
No, that was just, like, the...
Available date.
You guys are all just like attracted to March or something.
Well, yeah, like, I
I
think
don't know
the
what it is.
venue
For
was,
love.
like... They gave me a couple dates.
Yeah.
And
That was one of them.
that was one of
Wonder
them,
if
but
Mom
the
knew.
other one was, like,
She's
next
plotting.
year.
I feel like Mom was plotting. Mom
Yeah.
was like, oh, there's a March date. Yeah, I really like that March
It's
date.
giving like the family that like names all of their kids with like with a certain letter. Like
Yeah.
it's the same
K's.
vibe,
Yeah.
the same lore.
Well, we also told Sam that her father-in-law has to be named Robert.
Yeah.
Because
so
my
crazy.
father is Robert, and Nicole's
Father-in-law.
father's name is
It's
Robert.
And that's
Yeah.
my brother's wife, so
It's
his.
gonna be my first
Yeah.
question to your next like partner. Like,
What's your dad's
what's
name?
your dad's name?
Yeah.
Can he change it to Robert?
And they have to be born in July. Because
That's too
Nicole
much
and
to
Dallas
ask
are
Oh
born
yeah,
in
Nicole
July.
and Dallas are both born in July.
Days apart.
I think you would do like really great with a cancer,
Really?
a healed cancer. I
Well,
would say.
I mean, for sure not.
What's or a Leo? Not
No,
a Leo.
don't come at me with no Leo.
It has to be a Cancer, man.
Early July. Early. But
Yeah.
then they all have the same birth. Anyway, whatever. That's the lore. Maybe I'll put it on dating apps just to see if anything interesting comes out.
And they have to have a jet.
A what?
A jet.
A jet.
Oh,
Well, because I want to get married in Italy. So my sister-in-law Nicole and Krystal joke that, well, he better be loaded and have a jet to fly
So
us
we can
there.
all fly out there. I mean, I don't think that's too much to ask for.
yeah.
I mean, you'd be surprised. Italy weddings are actually way more feasible than it sounds.
It's just getting
there.
Right.
Italy.
Right.
The crazy.
I agree.
But she's saying she'll pay for your stay.
It's intimate
Oh.
and stay is free.
Oh, well, shit.
Just
let's
get your
go.
flight, you know.
Just get your
Let's
flight.
Period.
Just
No groom yet, but we got
No.
a plan.
yeah, no groom, but we know what the wedding's gonna look like.
Yeah. And the date.
Check out the and the date. Oh fucking hell.
This poor man.
I think he's pretty lucky.
I think he's awesome.
I think he's actually pretty lucky. Anyway, well, I think that's finally the end of this episode. But if you have anything else to share, please, without further ado, let the people know. You got any messages to the universe or?
No,
No.
everyone, be safe. Make smart choices.
Period.
That's what you always say to me. Make smart choices.
Make smart choices. Be
That is
good.
what you always say to me. Weird.
I do. I always tell you.
As
make
if
smart
you
choices.
do. Come on.
Hey, I mean, lately.
Good for you.
As if
Get hurt as much as often. as I
Yeah,
used
the
to.
clumsiness we didn't get into, but we
Yeah.
can get into that in a future episode
Yeah,
with you.
clumsiness is a real trait of mine.
Yeah,
It's a prominent trait.
We'll blame
Love
it
that.
on.
I don't even know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Life.
Good luck.
Good luck.
Just Krystal.
All right. Well, we'll see y'all in actually this is the last episode before our hiatus away
Yeah.
for the holidays. So
Mm.
wishing you guys a Merry Christmas.
Yeah.
Early
Happy
Merry
holidays.
Christmas.
And a
Happy
new year.
holidays. Yeah. Yeah, we'll see you guys in the new year.
Bye.
Bye.